So welcome to Staff and Service 2026. We'll start with our usual area, our usual questions. Know your city, city trivia. So this time I didn't put the questions on the handout, so no one could look them up beforehand this time. All right, so handy dandy facts here. So, geez, I need my glasses. They're way over there. So first question, and the winner of this particular event, I have 2 gift cards to give away.
There might be a microphone.
The first question. So, within 2%, so here are the rules. You can guess once, you raise your hand, quickly guess, but you only get to guess once. Okay? So, within 2%, what percentage of Dearborn Heights is under 18 years old?
37.
Not within 2%.
40.
Not within 2%.
28.
Not within 2%.
I'm going to say 24.
Within 2%. Correct answer is 25.2% under 18. So, is that higher or lower than the national average? This isn't a question that counts. How many of you think it's higher than the national average?
How many don't think?
Thumbs down mean lower? How many think it's lower than the national average? Okay. It is higher than the national average. 22.4% is the national average. So, the other extreme. What percentage of our population is over 65? This is according to the 2024 census update, by the way. Percent over 60 or 65 years and over. So within 2%, any guesses?
17.
Within 2%, very good. 15.8%. Is that higher or lower than the national average?
Lower.
Okay, so how many say lower? How many say higher? It is lower. It is lower than the national average. Okay. Foreign-born persons percent within 2%.
38%.
38%, not within 2.
60.
Not within 2.
22.
Not within 2.
Close. 27%.
Not within 2.
25?
Were you reading my facial expressions on that? Yes, you are correct, within 2%. It's 24.3%. Foreign-born. The national average. You think it's higher or lower than the national average?
Higher.
How many thinks it's higher? How many thinks it's lower? Okay. It is higher than the national average. 15.8%. 15.8% across this country. Okay. Owner-occupied housing unit rate. Within 2%. How many people own their homes that they live in?
72%.
Wow, you nailed it. Within 2% right off the bat. You look at this. 72. What is the national average? Higher or lower than that?
Lower.
How many think lower? Yes, it's lower. It's lower at 59%. So that's kind of a surprise. It's much, much higher than the average. Okay. I don't have to say this within $5,000. The median value of owner-occupied housing units. A lot. As of 2024, I might add.
Value or price?
Median value.
So is that like the state assessed value?
Is that the tax assessment? Yeah.
What are we working with here?
I'm going to go with, I think this would be,
Is it the number or is it the number they divide by 2?
it's the number before the divided by 2, I think.
Okay, so this is the value of homes?
Yeah.
The average value of homes in Dearborn Heights?
Yes,
Okay.
median.
500,000.
Oh, no.
Not within $5,000.
180.
Well, Hamid has hand up first.
300?
No.
180.
You know, I have to do it. I'm going to do this. You're within $100, so I'll say yes. You're right. 185, 100. So is that higher or lower than the national average? Lower. It is lower. National average is $340,000. Okay. All right, let's get to the last couple questions here. So, what percentage of our population has a disability? Under 65? Within 2%.
10%.
Good job. 10.3%. 10.3. All right. I'm very, no cell phones are up. I'm so happy with everybody. National average, higher or lower? How many think higher? How many think lower? It is lower than the national average of 13.5%. And one more question. People without health insurance under 65, within 2%. 26, not within 2.
I'll say about 35.
Not within 2.
16?
Not within 2.
8.
8. The answer is 7.6%. Higher or lower than national average?
Lower.
That's correct. 8.2% is the national average. So did anybody get 2 of those? Okay, so 2 of you. Okay, so the 2 of you that got 2 of them, we're going to get a gift card. We'll flip a coin to see who gets the $40 one and who gets the $15 one. Okay, good job, everyone. Thanks for participating. Yay! All right, you know your city. Okay. Okay, so we had a lot of good news this past year. So program attendance went up significantly. Our electronic book use elevated a great deal, leading to increased search from last year. And computer logins are also up significantly. Statistical summary. Last year we checked out a total of 146,128 physical items, up from the previous year of 144,855. That's pretty good. We actually had an increase in physical item circulation. E-content was at 3137, up from the previous year's total of 26,514. Our collection currently holds 147,577 items, slightly down from the 149,298 the previous year. This tends to fluctuate up and down a couple thousand every single year. It's to a point I actually sometimes wonder, why am I keeping this statistic? But anyway, it doesn't seem to go up drastically, like 10 or 12,000. So that's where we're at. Basically, when we clear space, we fill it right up. Last calendar year, we had over 39,325 sessions logged in by computer users, both at JFK and CK, including laptops. That's an increase from the previous year's total of 34,715. So anyone here or at JFK After School sees this result. We get a lot of kids logging in, and a lot more adults I'm noticing too. The adult areas are really starting to fill up even after school, so I'm pretty happy about that. Program attendance also way up from last year. So I sort of had to estimate a little bit last year because we kind of only kept track of about half of it. I want to thank Venus, by the way, for doing a very good spreadsheet and keeping track of all those. It's sort of overwhelming when you look at the vast amount of lines we had. So we had 7,354 attendance and passive programming last year, and this year we had 17,353. That's over 330 programs that we did in 2024 and 2025. It took me a long time to parse that thing out and get rid of the zeros and eliminate the dates and stuff and fix it all up. But yeah, we had 17,000 programs. That is a very, very high number, comparatively speaking. So even among class 5 or 6 libraries, that beats a number of libraries in our area that do really good at programming. I'm just happy we did 330 different programs. That is a heck of a lot. So all the book clubs and the multiple story times and everything that we're doing, it's adding up. And I think our community really appreciates this. They like our programming and they like our computer use. Okay, so let's see. Collection benchmarks. We have an average about 2.33 per capita. Taylor with a population of 63,409 is about 1.57. Redford is about 1.56. So that happens when you have 2 buildings. You have a pretty big collection. 140 plus thousands, a pretty big collection for someone our size. Statewide, the average items per capita is about 2.21 items for a class 5-6 library. So we're doing pretty good there. Circulation benchmarking. Although it improved for us, it still needs some work. This past year, 176, 265 circ for an average of about 2.82, basically close to last year. So Steve, when I usually benchmark these, I usually try to pick libraries of similar size in our area. When I tried to benchmark a state average, there's like libraries that have 6 million or 5.5 million. And the thing is that we're in a co-op and you can see everybody's and you just know exactly what the number is. So I sometimes wonder how these are counted at other libraries because I'm not sure I'm comparing apples to apples sometimes when I start seeing 4 million, or per capita of like 15, 20 items in some cases. I'm like, Anyway, so Redford had a per capita average about 3.64. I'm sorry, and Taylor had a per capita of 1.70, respectively, last year. So far this year, we're projecting to hit a similar number to last year. Maybe go up just a bit. Computer use. Again, computer use is trending up again. It's still not quite the area we were about 5 or 6 years before COVID, but at both branches, 39,325 sessions. It's up 4,610 sessions from the previous year. So we're getting a lot more use out of those new computers we got from that grant. So we are burning through them. Statewide, a class 5-6 libraries per capita, it averaged 0.291 versus 0.644. So again, we are doing really, really good comparatively speaking. And this is a number that's a little more solid. There's just how many people looked at the computers, and so it's a little more solid. So it's a little better number to benchmark. Taylor had a per capita average of 0.276, and Redford had 0.358. So, but yeah, that 39,325, if you look at statewide statistics, that's very, very high. That's a really, really good per capita rate. So, some noteworthy numbers. So, all our numbers, CERT, computer logins, and program statistics all rose this past year. So, good work, everybody. Give yourselves a hand. Good job. Good job. This could have come from a number of factors, including expanded outreach, economic downturn, and improved facilities. So, steps forward. This is always the part of the presentation where I initially start sitting at my desk going, okay, what did we do this past year? What did we do? What did we do? And I think of one thing, and I'm stumped for about 10 minutes. And then what I usually do to remind myself is I walk around the building, for one thing, and I usually start searching through my phone and looking at event pictures and stuff. And I go, oh yeah, that's right, we did that. Oh yeah, we did that. Oh yeah, we did that. So, and then I get to be a list that looks something like this. You know, on my scratch notes in terms of things we did. So, things we did this past year. So let's see, we had a lot of improvements. First off, we had the garage. This gave us a lot of needed storage space. We're still about halfway through all the moving that we have to put in that garage. And this is a picture of me cleaning it out. Our resident nurse recommended that I do that before I go in there. So yeah, that is a particulate suit, not quite a hazmat suit. So, but yes. Yes, there was animals in there. It was kind of a mess. So as a result of money coming back from the county, dues due to underpaid fine revenues, we're able to repair and utilize the garage attached to our parking lot. Tifa has also approved the cost to add a facility to JFK Library. Yay! We had 3,700 kits delivered to homes over the summer and winter. It's a dated picture, but still, that's a lot of residents, a lot of happy people out there. And we do hear feedback from it. And often it's kind of a quiet, built-in sentiment. I'll explain more on that later. There's some ways that surprise you that we have a very solid base of support that's quiet. See, that figures for library users, right? Quiet. iPads and touchscreens. So Steve had suggested a while ago that we get iPads in, and basically every day from about 2 to 6, there's usually kids glued on them. They love the iPads. They like to getting the headphones on, and they've been extremely popular. So it was a really good investment. This was paid for with the 13th District grant as well. So really good. Touch screens that Sean has put in. Sean worked on both of these and has been working very diligently in getting those done. Increased community footprint. So we had thousands of people turn out for the trunk or treat. This was a picture of the line that extended all the way to Star. And it was that way for like 45 minutes. And it was a fast moving line. So we had a lot of people show up, more than we've ever had before. It was absolutely packed. And it went, I'd say, most of the way smoother in a lot of ways. So excellent work. This is a picture of our bookcase project, our rotary bookcase project. These are the kids at Bedford. We're expanding it to the entire D7 school district, which is going to be close to 200 bookcases when you factor in daily. So we're going to be building 200 bookcases for all the kids there. And staying within our budget. So yay, so that's good. The chili cook-off, the school outreach to Westwood, D7, and Crestwood at the open houses, the backpack giveaways, all their March's Reading Month events, and a number of you are participating in it. It shows, and work over time pays off in this area. And it's really difficult with school districts. It takes 3 school districts. You got to sometimes just keep going and going and going. And contacting them is hard sometimes, but the fire department open house, something AJ is often at as well. Increased community footprint. I thought this was a very colorful picture. This kind of sort of just blew my mind that we decided to have an entire study room filled with balloons. And hey, let's have some kids go in there and try to find things in the middle of it. And a lot of kids really want to participate in it. So kids are having an absolute blast in there. So we've been working with the police explorers this past year, which was something we didn't have the opportunity to do, so really happy with that. We assisted with a lot of historical sites and events. We usually do about 1 or 2 of those a year. And we work with local officials and organizations to help the homelessness and Narcan distribution. That's something that we certainly have been cranking up, and they're really appreciative of, and it's good to save lives. Friends book sale. It's been going up and up. Attendance has been rising. Revenues have been going. There is a very devoted, awesome group of people that help us out with this. They're very dedicated. They come in Monday, and when Monday isn't an option, they come in Tuesday. And when Tuesday's an option, they come in Wednesday or Friday. They work with us, and they are funding the lunch today. So give a hand to the friends. Thank you, friends. And I know our public, we get a lot of attendance from the public. I often view the event as not only something that raises money, but sort of like a program. People expect us to have them. People like us to have them. And so it's something that has become an integral part of what we do. Maintenance upgrades. So we have a lot of things going on maintenance-wise this past year. We had carpet at JFK, both in the vestibule and the staff area. We had the cement repair. So did any of you know that there's a piece of steel that's under that cement, that one slab of cement outside the door, so the cement doesn't buckle and break as easy? Everyone knew that? Everyone knew. Did everyone see it before? Did you know it before you saw it? Because I didn't know it. Okay, anyway, so yeah, so that's, that piece of steel is kind of expensive. So getting this and getting it at JFK, we finally were able to do that. And we also, and this was near and dear to my heart, they replaced the light fixtures on that hall. those fixtures, there's not been one that's been out. I don't have to walk up to it and push it in, and then it'll be there for a few days and fall out again. I'm just so happy that those are back. We once again put around $25,000 worth into the air again. That seems to be a seasonal ritual in terms of getting our air conditioning up every year. But the maintenance gets it on top of it as fast as they can. So anyway, really happy with that. We had new furniture. So this was something I had tagged in our objective last year. We had new chairs. We had a new shelving unit that we brought from the back. We've had new shelves in our DVD area. We have new Wi-Fi expansion. So this Wi-Fi is more designed to project out from the building and should cover it a little better. Still a couple small holes that they're in here today to work on, mostly in my office. Yes, my office is cursed. So anyway, yes, it's gone, but they're working on fixing that. They're going to move it over a little bit. They're actually going to take one of these units and move it over there. It's supposed to expand our footprint both into the parking lot, both to Fenton Street, to George, to that fence. That's what I was trying to hit it as good as possible. My office being lead lined and built for a nuclear explosion doesn't quite always work, but in particular, I'm happy to see it. And it also does remove the password in some ways. Or, it does just have the agree to, which I think usually makes it a little easier for people. Although people want a password, like, what's the password? Oh, there isn't one, you should agree. So expanded story times. I'm really happy that we have, now story times 2 days a week. Steve does it twice a week now. We have an Arabic story time. We have an outside group that we partner with to do special needs story time. And I'm just very, very happy that we decided to expand that. And this was something Steve just took up on his own and said, I want to do it another day a week. He comes on Saturdays. So I'm really appreciative of that. And I know our residents are too. So thanks a lot, Steve, for doing that. I appreciate it.
And we're adding Mondays at JFK next month.
Yes, oh yes, story times at JFK, and the Arabic story time as well. Saba got that. We got someone we brought in specifically just to do that. So yes, and all the help we get,
Craft department there for Thursdays.
all the help we get across the board. So thank you all. All right, so staff engagement. It feels like a much more vibrant, warm, happy place. You know, it's like it's alive. You know, I always like that. You know, like this month for Valentine's Day, we have all the hearts up and all the parties that we do and the Thanksgiving dinners and all that stuff.
Is that better?
Yeah, it's fine. It's fine. Although I took these when you email them, you have the option of doing smaller, medium, and I do smaller, medium because otherwise it would just hang up. So it's not the best picture. But yeah, events that we do like this all the time, from gingerbread contests, which was fantastic. The gingerbread contest, the fact that we had over 100 people, was it 130, 40, 50, do you remember?
Yeah.
It was more than that? Way more?
Way more?
So we had over 200? More than, okay, so we had over 200 people just to vote on our 7 gingerbread houses. You know, I didn't win, and I just missed on runner-up by 5 places. So, yes. Anyway, the beautiful creations that everyone made are fantastic. The winner is sitting back there. Stephanie, yay, Stephanie did a fantastic job. The pumpkin decorating, the Thanksgiving meals, the candy guessing games. The basketball game was a lot of fun. Thanks everybody for going on that. We're going to I'm going to see if I can get tickets for Detroit and other things too. I also want to try, I think I mentioned in an email, mini golf or movies or anything else. If anyone else has any ideas for a large outing, let me know. And I'll see what I can do. And also the staff anniversaries. For a couple years, I hadn't been able to do those, so I got caught up on it this year. COVID sort of threw me off. Venus politely reminded me, said, "Hey, you got to do these things." So we went out and I did them, and I will try to keep up on it a little better. Sandy has one coming up soon. I believe she is your 10th, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So her 10th anniversary is coming up. So I'm going to have something for Sandy as well. And if I missed something, if any staff member knows of somebody, let me know, okay? So the teen area revamp, this has been ongoing for some time, so it sort of bridged a couple years here. We finally got this piece in after about 5-6 months. This tends to be the average for new furniture, new custom-made furniture. And it's funny, it's a beautiful piece, but when it came in, I just kind of like, it really took 6 months to make. It just didn't seem like it would take 6 months to make this thing, but it took a long time. Saba worked a lot on this. We got a lot of different people that contributed to it in terms of color choice, in terms of arrangement, in terms of getting everything in. Hamid also did a lot of painting. So youth area revamp. So we added a couple things. A mix of new furniture and furniture that we got from other places. These, I wasn't sure how they'd go over, but people really like them. People kind of sit in them all the time, either with their kids or alone, and just kind of lean up against this and curl up in there. This was painted by Liza Jane, all the vines and all the bricks and everything, so it looks really, really good. Liza Jane's been painting also a lot of the art around here on the front. And then there's the kiosks, there's the iPad kiosks, there's all the work that was done, or that Steve does in terms of decorating the roof each season. So, yeah, we're really happy to see it. And I think we really did achieve an objective of trying to cordon off a small area for the toddlers and their caregivers to the side. I think we did a really good job of that. And it's still a work in progress. We still have some bookshelves to add and a couple more PCs. But yeah, really, really happy with it. So all the multilingual signs and policies and programs. Hamid's been just absolutely going through all our policies and writing them quickly. He's just a machine. He's just fantastic. I think I asked him for some City Hall had a question. I had a translation question for their website, and he responded in this beautiful 3-paragraph email. He just is really, really good at it. We're really, really lucky to have him. He also does a lot of the cataloging for the materials there. We had over 1,300 items as a result of a grant, and having a cataloger that speaks Arabic, it's just extremely valuable. And so thank you, Hamid, for all the work you did. Thanks, Sava, for recruiting and training and everything. So yeah, really, really, really good work. So we got new printers. New printers, that's kind of a flat line, but new printers are added at both libraries. I think we added about 3 or 4 this past year, and we're going to be adding another one. I believe we have now this, and we're going to have a backup at both locations. So really happy with that. It was an upgrade over what we had. Not perfect, but it's an upgrade over what we had. And we had just lots and lots of innovative programs throughout the year. It just was between the backpack giveaways and this picture's a little on the left, but between the backpack giveaways and the Harvest Festival and the book bags that Liza Jane's been working on, and the trunk or treats. Our 5 large events this year all went really, really well. We had a heck of a lot of traffic. I like that mostly that people are coming to me and just say, hey, I want to do this thing. And you just do it. And I'm just so happy with all the people that say, hey, I want to start a book club. Hey, I want to start a chess club. Hey, I want to start. That's why we have 330 programs every year. That's why I go back there into the staff area. And there used to be just one wall of programs upcoming. And now there's 3 walls of program upcoming. It's just expanded and just grown over. And that's just over the next few months. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 flyer racks filled with information on programs. So yeah, just fantastic. Scavenger hunts, kid chemists, book bags, I'm just so happy with all the services we're offering the community, and I know they appreciate it. So art and decorating. So we tried to add more color to the libraries. So how many of you, has everyone seen the mural? Gone over to the youth area and seen the mural over there? I know people at CK have. Has everyone at JFK seen it yet? Okay. It is a massive, over 30-foot long, 35 to 40-foot long mural, about 4 or 5 feet high. It's off the ground. It's beautiful. It took Chelsea, who painted that, about 2 weeks to paint it. And it is absolutely breathtaking when you see it. We had the whole process. We said, okay, we're gonna do this. I got approval for it, and then after that, there was a rough draft, and then the rough draft, I ran it by staff, and they went, we want to add this, we want to take this out, and then she did another rough draft, and we want to add this, we want to take this out. So it was we had a lot of staff input, and it turned out really, really, really nice. And also all the painting that Haraz's doing, Stephanie's doing, Liza Jane's doing, all that just makes the library such a lively, warm place. So organization and digitization of archive. So Izzy started to take this on, and the whole project sort of started, and she's kind of like, okay, what do I do? And I went, well, you got to organize all this stuff. See you later. I'll be in my office. How hard can it be? Just look some stuff up online and just organize it. I just put some labels on it. Goodbye, I'll be in my office. So Izzy undertook that project and has been bit by bit organizing everything, asking me, hey, there's this pile of stuff. I need to throw it out. And I go item by item. Yeah, we can throw it out. Yeah, we can throw it out. Yeah, we need to keep this. Got to throw that out. Yeah, so anyway, every few weeks I get a nice pile of stuff. So anyway, really, really happy with what we did. We are also digitizing not just that, but we've digitized a number of documents. I have like 3 or 4 flash drives to give to Sean to upload actually now. And it's really interesting history that I wanted to make sure to preserve. Just old township records and, all right, so website expansion. Sean did a really good job adding tools to assist with program registration and the logging of passes. I thought that was really a neat thing that we can just every day just click a button, scan something, and get a log of everyone that had done it. It was neat, was efficient, and thanks, Sean, for doing that. I really appreciate it. I didn't even ask for it. It was just done. So yeah, really, really good work. And on and on and on. There are things like the battery bins getting replaced, which I thought was nice. Just so many things. The addition of the whiteboards. Sorry. The smart boards. See, I did it again. Smart boards. I can't. Yeah. Well. There's white. A little bit. So anyway. So yeah, the addition of all that stuff. Thank you everybody for all you've done for us. The community appreciates it, and I appreciate it. So thank you very, very much. Give yourselves a hand. Thank you.